The dopamine trap, why you can't focus anymore. Intro. Why is it so hard to focus? You sit down to work, open your laptop and tell yourself, now I'll get things done. But 5 minutes later, you're on your phone, scrolling, checking, refreshing, watching. It feels like you're addicted because you are. Not addicted to your phone itself, but to something inside your brain, a chemical called dopamine. This is the dopamine trap, and unless you learn to control it, it will control you. Chapter 1. The dopamine problem. Every notification is designed to hijack your brain. A message bubble, a red heart, a new video thumbnail. Each one releases a small hit of dopamine. It feels harmless, but here's the truth. Your brain doesn't know the difference between finishing a book and checking Instagram, between solving a problem and watching TikTok. Both release dopamine, but one builds your life, the other destroys your focus. Over time, your brain adapts. It gets used to cheap rewards. And now deep focus feels boring. This is why reading a book for 10 minutes feels impossible. Why working on one task feels like torture. Why your brain craves quick hits instead of meaningful progress. Chapter 2. The illusion of productivity. The dopamine trap doesn't just make you distracted, it makes you feel productive while you're wasting time. You check messages, reply to emails, refresh notifications. You switch between apps, between tabs, between tasks. It feels like movement. It feels like work. But it's not. It's like running in circles and calling it progress. You're busy but not effective. You mistake activity for achievement. And that's the scariest part. Dopamine makes you feel like you're working, while in reality, you're avoiding the real work. Chapter 3. The attention crisis. Scientists call this attention residue. Every time you switch tasks, a part of your brain stays stuck on the last one. So when you go from studying to Instagram back to studying, your brain never fully resets. It's like leaving 100 browser tabs open in your mind, slows everything down, consumes energy, drains your focus. This is why you feel tired after a day of doing nothing. It's not physical work. It's mental noise. And here's the dark truth. The modern world is designed to keep you in this state. Apps, notifications, feeds. They're engineered to steal your attention because your attention is money. Chapter 4. The addiction cycle. The dopamine trap works like any addiction. First, a trigger, a buzz, a ding, a notification. Then the craving, you feel the urge to check. Then the reward, a like, a video, a message. And your brain says, do it again. The loop repeats again and again and again. This is why you can't just use your phone less. You're not fighting a habit. You're fighting an addiction. Every time you give in, the cycle grows stronger. Every time you resist, the cycle grows weaker. Chapter 5. The backwards law of focus. Here's the irony. The harder you chase instant dopamine, the harder it becomes to enjoy real life. Scrolling makes deep work boring. Endless videos make conversations dull. Constant stimulation makes silence unbearable. Your brain adapts to quick hits, and now everything else feels flat. The solution isn't to kill dopamine. That's impossible. The solution is to reverse the balance. Less cheap dopamine, more earned dopamine. Chapter 6. The real source of happiness. Quick dopamine feels good in the moment, but leaves you empty after. Real dopamine, the kind that matters, comes from progress. Finishing a workout, learning a skill, building something meaningful. The dopamine is slower, but it lasts longer. It makes you proud, not just entertained. It makes your life bigger, not smaller. The truth is, happiness isn't scrolling endlessly. Happiness is growth. Chapter 7. Escaping the trap. So how do you escape? Not by deleting your phone, not by rejecting technology, but by taking back control. Here are the steps. Remove the triggers. Turn off notifications. Delete apps you don't need. Make distraction harder to reach. Replace the reward. Instead of scrolling for a dopamine hit, take a walk, stretch, or write something. Delay gratification. Work first, reward later. Train your brain to see dopamine as a prize, not a default. Practice deep work. 1 hour of focused work beats 10 hours of multitasking. Train your mind like a muscle. Outro. Here's the truth. Dopamine isn't evil, it's just a tool. But if you let it control you, you'll waste your life chasing likes, clicks, and notifications. Control dopamine. And you take back your focus, your energy, your future. The choice is yours. Stay stuck in the dopamine trap, or break free and finally live with clarity, focus, and control.